Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Gamecast episode 620. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinside,
Ahoy.
and Tony Korkanakis.
Yo, yo, yo.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners and viewers. Live streaming on Twitch starting Tuesday night, starting at 8 o'clock. Please join us. Moviecast, Gamecast, spoiler. We haven't done a spoiler cast in a while. We should probably do one soon. We have one coming up because Wakanda Forever is coming out this week. I love how I'm just reversing these information. Now we're on the Gamecast, but Wakanda Forever is coming out this week, so I'm sure we'll do a bonus round for that as we all get the chance to see it, possibly, Mike. But
It's okay.
yeah.
Not interesting.
Anyways, we'll do three of four. That'll be enough for a spoiler cast, so we'll do one. Welcome to the Gamecast, though, folks. Let's kick it off with what we've been up to. Not much for me this week. I was watching Andor a lot this week. So, Corey, what have you been playing?
I've just been like hooked on anime recently, so not much gaming
A
time.
lot of watching. Okay.
Nope.
Tony?
Just some more Bayonetta 3.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's excellent. Just, I'm probably like a third of the way through it or something like that. But Platinum delivers when it comes to action games. When they're given the time, obviously, and stuff like that. But enjoying that. And I want to say there's something else I was playing. But I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Phasmophobia, you mentioned that.
Oh, yeah. I haven't played
yeah?
a lot of Phasmophobia. That game. Just so fun. Just scaring the shit out of people and stuff like that. Like, I trolled one of my friends, like, yeah, this. Did I tell the story? There's a cursed object in the game? Or there's
I
multiple
think
cursed
you
objects.
mentioned it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you
Okay,
use the
yeah.
doll. They have like
That
a
was like such a
0.1%
good
chance. Yeah.
Yeah. Such a good.
Oh, it's funny.
Such a good
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, no. I'm hopefully finishing that up, and I think next on dock is Pokemon, because that's coming out next week. So.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Hang on. I'm just loading up my thing. Mike, what have you been playing?
So, there's a little story now.
Oh, good.
So
Is it?
last week I was telling you how Gotham Knights, was a 7, just this very 7 out of 10 game.
It
for me.
dropped. It dropped.
And this get lower.
No. First, it was going up. I'm deep in this game. I'm the loop of the gear and the ability unlocks, and just constantly switching between the 4 characters, which you really need to do to give it the proper variation, because the things do get a little repetitive as far as grinding the open world missions go. So I was in it, and I finally got my first legendary gear. I'm a little over leveled, and things are easy in the main story, which is fine because the combat is okay. It's not great. You don't need to dwell on it, but it's fun to do and be strong. Be a little stronger than you're supposed to be feels pretty good.
You can avoid the open world stuff because I heard the open world's garbage.
The open world stuff, you got to do a lot to be over leveled, and I didn't mind it because you have certain. I did and didn't mind it. Part of it is that I was switching between each characters for the variations. When you get to higher levels, they do play quite differently, but each character has a certain challenges where it's like beat a certain type of these enemies a number of times or clear out a certain area a number of times. So that was my focus, because some of those unlock actual abilities, which is what I wanted more than the gear or anything else, although I wanted to also level up some legendary gear, which I finally got near the end. I'm level 30, and then I notice I'm not really leveling up anymore. And I'm like, oh, I'm already at the max level. That's unfortunate. Whatever. So there's stuff I can't even, abilities I couldn't even unlock, which I was a little disappointed. And then without warning, the ending hit me. I didn't know that, case file 8 point whatever was going to be the ending of the main story.
Short. I said it was like.
I know it was short, but most modern games give you a little warning or something.
Yeah, it's
There's no.
don't
It's like, this is
forget
the
to
end.
take care of these things before you do this other thing, because you'll never get another chance.
No,
By the
I
way,
mean,
I
and
bet Batman's back, right? Come on.
Yeah.
well, the ending. I'll spoil the ending. I don't think anyone cares, right? So
Spoilers. Yeah.
the ending happens, and again, I was.
Nullify
this is
everything we did in the game because Batman will be back.
No. I was starting to feel better about the game. Like, it's more of a 7.5, even maybe an 8 if I was being generous. I get to the ending, and predictably, first of all, the Court of Owls are there in the other faction involved is the League of Shadows. Obviously,
Got it. Get
well,
little
the
Roz,
opening
or
sequence,
Talia.
Batman is fighting Raish, and that's when he dies when he blows up the cave. This Batman has a real suicide boner. If you there's footage of this opening sequence. He literally like forces Raish to like stab him with a sword, and then presses a button to blow up the cave. So he kills himself once, and now, of course, predictably, Talia and the League under the city resurrects Bruce with the Lazarus Pit, and he's a boss to face. I'm like, all right, cool. I kind of
Okay.
expected this. We'll see how this goes. I fight him. I'm over leveled. He's pretty easy. Whatever. Then I fight her, and that's pretty much the game. But so one of the better things about this game, although some of the writing is hit or miss, is all the little character moments when they talk to each other. So I'm like, oh, if Bruce is back, which I expected, it'd be interesting to see how everyone like talks to him or has anything to say after basically mourning him this whole game. But he has a suicide boner. So in the end, to prevent the Court of Owls from also coming and getting this Lazarus Pit, he first of all he takes
He blows
like
it
a
up
couple.
again.
He blows himself up again. He takes the Batwing and
Ooh.
drives into the Lazarus Pit and explodes. So Bruce comes back just to kill himself again, to return to the game status quo. And you get that whole sort of Glenn is
Now you
dead
got
and not
the
dead
end
feeling
game.
again. And the end game is it's just the same thing that you were doing, obviously. But now everyone's like,
Yep.
oh, he was back and he's dead. He doesn't. And I'm like, oh, this ending sucks. But whatever. I really was holding out hope that he would be playable or something.
Yeah,
Like
that's
that
what
would be a
I
reward
thought
for
the people were
going through all
expecting that.
this.
Yeah.
But nope, he's dead again. So that sort of lowered me down. So and then I'm like, I just want to progress, and now I can't really, other than those few challenges, to level up my shit, because I was still into the game enough where I wanted to do more of that. But I saw, and then I looked up, oh, New Game Plus, it raises the level cap to 40. So I'm like, but it keeps all your character progression. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll do that. So when I do that, you go right back to the tutorial opening mission. You can't skip it. And then I realize all of those challenges things that I was talking about that unlock, all of that is gone. I would have to, and all the fast travel is gone. And basically, I'd have to unlock the sort of, I don't know if the progress would still be there once I finally unlock in this story the factions and enemies that I needed to face for those challenges, but I'm
I
like,
would
fuck
say
this.
no.
I would say no.
And
That's
I
not-
couldn't go back. Once I did the New Game Plus, my old thing was completely gone. So I'm like, fuck this game, I'm done. And it's a 6-5 now. Fuck that shit. So
Lowered half a point for all that shit. Okay.
1 point. 1 point. He's
no,
like a
because
7.5.
I was up to 7-5, yeah, and I hard quit it, even though I kind of felt like playing it
6-5
some
on
more. I
Mike's
was
scale
just
is not 6-5 on Jim's scale.
Yeah.
Remember that.
oh,
Thing would be about a
So-
4.5 right now, from what I
so
understand.
I was pissed off. So then I decided to do what I kind of felt like I wanted to do, and do another playthrough, or start at least, of the original God of War. So that's what I'm doing now for a couple days, just to update
Into the
myself and
habit. It
get
comes
into
out
the habit, feel it again.
tomorrow or to Friday?
Yeah,
What day is it?
it's coming out either tomorrow or the next day. I'm not sure.
Or if you're from a certain retailer, you had it last week.
But
Somebody was shipping them. Oh, did I freeze? Sorry.
no. So I'm playing
Okay.
that again, and it's still good. I don't have the same feeling I must have had when I played it the first time, because I remember doing almost everything in the game, and maybe it's sort of in the back of my mind. I'm just trying to rush through it a little bit, which I don't normally do with these types of games. That I'm liking
Well,
it,
you
but I'm
got
not
the
like
next one to play,
loving it.
so.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get through it again, and get sort of a refresher on the story. But I will say that I do want to get Ragnarok as soon as possible, because I have a real fear of spoilers, just based on how people are phrasing things in reviews. It seems like a lot of it is a spoiler, so I'm not going to wait too long to get that game.
Well,
I will be. So I'm sure I'll have it spoiled then. I've avoided all of that, though. I have no spoilers, so I'm doing pretty good on it.
well, it's not out yet, Jim.
I know, but it's everywhere. But yeah. Like I said, I haven't really even looked at reviews. I just looked at that number, and that was about it. I didn't look at any blurbs or anything from the reviews.
Yeah. No, the
But,
reviews have been fantastic.
Yeah.
So I was surprised because it seemed like just a
Yeah, I'm down so we can go into
know,
that.
a little minor update. So
That's what
but
that's what everybody's saying. And I'm like, well, if it's on an update, how are you
yeah,
giving
it's
the
an
same
update.
score?
Why is it getting a 10? I mean, it's
Yeah.
getting a better score. I think
no, that's what I mean. It
didn't
seemed
have-
like it was just like, oh, here's just the same game, but in a different, time.
Yeah.
But yeah, right. There you go.
Yeah, I've looked at the content of a few reviews that they told me were, they are spoiler free mostly that I've seen. And it does seem like there's, I will say, a lot more characters involved, which was a weakness of the first game. I can tell, even going through half of it again.
Yeah, hopefully
it
they
feels-
learned and iterated and improved on it. So, I mean, it was a great game. Like I think it was my game of the year over Spider-Man.
That's
I
Yeah,
don't know.
was that the same year? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
obviously this was one of my favorite of the generation, and it was maybe even within my all-time list. I don't remember the last time we did that, but it's up there. So I'm obviously looking forward to this. But yeah, the reviews have been maybe even a little better than expected. I expected like 9.5s, a lot more, or 9s, and it's getting a lot of 10s.
Yeah.
I've already heard a lot of things that are gonna annoy the shit out of me. Apparently, like they introduced like crafting, and I'm like, why the fuck does this game need crafting?
Isn't there crafting
There-
in the first one?
There was, I heard it's actually streamlined compared to the first game. The first game is a little complicated. You have,
I
you
think
have
they
all
made
this.
everything easier.
You
in the
have
second
all
one, it
this
sounds
shit
like.
going on. You see all this?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
even worse in the sequel. Like I was listening to this podcast last night, and they're just like,
I heard that it was streamlined in the sequel. It wasn't, because
nah,
in this one, each weapon and piece of armor has like all these slots that you can.
yeah,
add
it gets
specific
worse. You
things
can
in.
like, so apparently it's like, oh,
I
for the
heard the opposite
Leviathan
from the
axe,
review.
you can make like custom hilts for the Leviathan axe, and they have the slightly different properties, and then you can do that for the Blades of Chaos, and then you have your skill tree, and then you have Atreus skill
That's
tree, and
all-
then you have your sidekick.
All of that is in this first game though. That's all there.
You didn't have sidekicks.
Well, you had Atreus, but you
Yeah,
had
I'm
all
saying
of
you have somebody
these
else
things.
besides Atreus at the end. It's like,
No,
you're
I know.
managing
Yeah,
all these
there's
different
one of
systems.
those spoilers I'm looking to avoid, but I knew that they said other characters were involved like that as well. But
The guy,
the
YouTuber,
again,
that Korean YouTuber guy is voicing one of the sidekicks.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I
The
was
only
like, what the fuck?
The only time I really engaged with that was the first time around when I was going for the Valkyries. I really had to decide if I wanted to min-max health regeneration or resistance, or also go into that mist realm where there's certain armors and slots that specifically prevent the mist from hurting you that much. So that I did get into that the first time around. I'm not doing it really too much this time around, even though there is in the new game plus a new resource for new shit that I am looking at a little bit. But I don't know, I'm looking forward to it a lot. And I probably will get it within the next week, I would say.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's move into some news here.
Oh, we have news.
We have a couple things. So, well, I mean, I did put on the
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Let's get to this.
yeah. So the yeah, I mean, this is not the one I hate to cover, but okay, let me tell you guys about the good. Okay, the good. Grand Theft Auto 6 is in production. You guys can go out and you can buy it soon. It's coming out. It's gonna happen.
Soon?
It's gonna be there.
Oh,
Soon.
Yeah,
soon.
soonish.
What is soon?
Soonish.
Soonish.
That's
All right, yeah, your
Get to it,
definition
get to
of
it,
soon.
get to it. I'll
like
get to it.
50-50 on like if you'll be alive by the time that comes out.
I mean, the problem I have here, the bad, is why the fuck are you all still buying Grand Theft Auto 5?
6 is not out yet, Jim.
So you gotta keep but
And really,
170 to 175 million copies sold to date for Grand Theft Auto 5. This is unbelievable of a number for the amount of gamers that have played it. How many people have rebought this? That's I
Well,
don't
the thing
know.
is they've been
Lot.
buying it for 3 generations in a row. I mean, it fucking debuted on PS3 and right?
Yeah, I think it was on PS3.
Yeah,
the
PS3 and
360 one.
360.
Yeah, I played it only on the 360
Yeah,
the
and then
first
they
time.
re-released it on 4 and Xbox One, and now it's on PS5 and
Re-released
Series-
again.
Series S. and
Correct.
X, so yeah, and then you include PC. Yeah, so I mean the thing is like the number is impressive, but there's also an asterisk there because just like Skyrim, like people are just buying it and just like.
Well, they get a new system. They want to get the game again for
Right,
the new
exactly.
system because they love the game. So
Yeah.
so they probably got triple dippers.
Oh, absolutely, 1,000,000%.
Well,
I'm sure you are. Yeah, it's unbelievable though, but it's impressive of a number. I was happy because it hasn't really been on our list for a while, but it's still selling pretty well.
you
Swelling,
definitely,
but listen, the glimpse we got of GTA 6 just sort of proved to everyone that it's not coming anytime soon. So
Go out and buy it
maybe
again.
maybe even got a boost. It's like, oh, I got to play some GTA sooner than that.
GTA Online is thriving.
Well,
so-
that's the thing.
That's what it is.
a lot of
That's what it
people-
really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. The online version is really doing well. So, yeah, I think that was pretty good. All right, we also have some Switch sales numbers. Worldwide sales for Switch are 114.33 million units. That's as of September 30th. In their latest release, they announced this. And then, what is it? A total of... Splatoon 3 in the top. I have to open this whole article here. What do we got in this article, Tony? 3.
You're gonna have to
5,
because I'm streaming.
3.25, you got it. 3.25 million Switch hardware sold and 64. Wait, what? This wrong number. 60. Okay, during the 3 months of September 30th, so during the 3 months ended September 30th, 3.25 million Switch hardware, 64 million software pieces were sold. This is bad English on this site, unfortunately. It's commodity, that's why. Okay, I'm trying to make it. Paraphrase it then. But yeah, I mean, top 10 best-selling first-party Switch titles. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at 48.41 million units. I mean, unbelievable.
Nintendo's GTA 5.
When that game came out, I was like, there's no way that when that game was announced, I'm like, I still haven't bought it, but I'm just like, I don't see that selling because it was a Wii U re-release. And
That was most of the Switch's initial releases.
Yeah, but look how good it's been doing. I mean, Animal Crossing, I'm not surprised.
They're supporting the stuff on the Switch now. That's just the difference.
It's got those track packs now, yeah, and everyone plays Mario Kart. Everyone does.
Yeah.
So
Just I mean, Animal Crossing at 40 million as well. That hit at like the perfect time with the pandemic coming out and people playing games. It's an impressive number, it really is. What was it? Number 3 was Smash Brothers Ultimate. 29.53 is their third best selling title. Pretty good, pretty damn good.
For a fighting game, yeah, that's.
I'd say so. Yeah, but Breath of the Wild 27.79. Considering that was over a 1-to-1 sales tie-in in the beginning of the system launch, it's pretty impressive. But yeah,
Single player game also.
single player game. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, more than 917.59 million Switch games have been sold worldwide. Almost a billion.
Which is
Uh,
doing
impressive.
good.
Impressive numbers.
They're doing it all without like really iterating.
No price
on-
drops. No price drops.
Yeah. And that's-
No, what didn't they announce a bundle again for this Black
Absolutely.
Friday coming
Guess
up?
what's coming in the bundle? Mario
Mario
Kart
Kart
8.
8. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I know
Mario
what's
Kart
coming
8
in
in
the
3
bundle.
months of Nintendo Switch Online. Every fucking year for the last like 3 or 4
No
years.
hardware improvements, but yeah, it's still killing it.
And they don't need to. And it's funny because they actually asked during the investor relation conference or whatever like that. They kind of gave the similar answer to Xbox. They were like, no price increase now, but who knows going into next year, inflation, recession, economy, all that kind of stuff. I don't think they will, but I thought it was just interesting that they answered that kind of question because everybody's worried about prices going up after fucking Sony did it with the the PS5. I don't know, man. I'm still. I figure Sony's gonna do it next year. I got this feeling that Sony's gonna do it next year.
Maybe.
They'll just include like Horizon or something. It'll be a permanent 550
It
or
is
600.
the way to do it though. Like that's how you do it though. You have to give something in there to raise the price. You can't just
They'll
raise
just
the
give you a
base.
digital code because it fucking costs them nothing. Less than a penny to print the piece of paper that has the code on it, and it's like you can't resell it. Stuff like that. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
You know what's interesting news also from last week after the podcast was Capcom announced that 50% of its sales from Q2 of this year came from PC.
Mhm.
I thought that's
That's a
a
lot.
very impressive number. Yeah, I mean it's impressive how the PC market's been expanding and like there's just a lot of people that are just gaming on PCs now. That's it. I mean, it's not like it wasn't bad before, but it's like it is a lot higher. Than
Well,
you
yeah. I mean, that's the thing is when you you know, and I've said this before, and it's finally come to fruition. When you look at these consoles, and it's like year over year, they're starting to blend and blur with, you know, PC. It's like, okay, well, you have to install games, you buy them digitally, you have to update them, this and that thing. It's like, well, what's the difference at this point? With a PC, you could buy and it'll last you 5, 10, 15 years, something like that. And it'll still run games from fucking 20 years ago, no problem.
Yeah.
You can't say the same about consoles. Try to play a PS1 game on your PS5. Can't do it. PS2. Can't do it. PS3. Can't do it.
Yep.
Why would you invest in this ecosystem?
I can't play old games on my PCs. I can't figure that shit out, but whatever.
Are you using Steam?
You don't have to. You don't have to figure it out, Mike. Yeah, it's all done for you.
It's all done. You just install Steam.
Yeah. Yeah.
So games to work. I was doing that. And, whatever. I hate it.
I'm actually looking
I hate
forward
all
to
of that stuff so much.
I'm looking forward to, like, this Steam runs some pretty good sales coming up, I'm sure. I'm actually looking forward to.
It's not just Steam. You have so many sites that do sales
Yeah, I know.
constantly.
GOG, Green Man Gaming, yeah.
I'm just like looking, like, this time of year though, specifically, we're getting into the Black Friday times, and it's like I can't wait for some of these games to be on sale that I kind of want to play. But you know, adding them to my Steam Deck would be very important. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, is there anything on the horizon for the Black Friday sales here? I mean, like, Mike, you're just gonna get God of War. That's not gonna go on sale anyways.
No. Although I'm considering maybe upgrading my Xbox. That might be something to do because I'm still playing on the One when I play that. So
yeah,
we'll see.
That's fair.
Yeah, I chose Steam Deck over the PS5.
It's a good move.
Good call.
Well,
That's why I'm not playing
guys
God of
will
War.
all get spoiled for Ragnarok. In 2 years we'll play it.
PS5 to play God of War either, so
yeah,
it needs to be a PS4.
I could just
I
do
could
PS4.
play it. I have no interest.
Yeah.
I would play it if I had a PS4 still, but you know.
No, I want to get it. I mean, the first game I loved it, so.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to that stuff. Gaming system wise, I mean, gaming console wise, I'm not sure.
Talk about gaming systems. There's a PSVR 2 that got announced.
Well, that's
pricing,
right.
Which
PSVR
is
2.
ridiculously high for what they are doing with it. I don't get
Was it 550?
550.
Yeah,
550.
What are the
And
original
apparently
ones at?
it's-
$399?
Still need a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, and it doesn't
Yeah.
play the PS4 versions.
They have to be
of those
optimized
games.
for it. They can't play it off natively. They can actually upgrade them
And-
apparently, but yes.
Hmm. And it's tethered, unlike the old Oculus stuff, or now it's
That's the
Meta,
thing.
whatever.
It's weird.
So-
It's like I was almost talking about something very similar. That you keep having to upgrade your stuff on console. And PC it just works. It's weird. It's really weird.
I mean, I will say that, like, if you're going to get in this ballpark of price, you might as well go for an Oculus, which doesn't. If you're into VR, which is a novelty, guys. If you're thinking about this, I'm going to give you all a heads up.
I don't know enough about
It's all
PSVR
experiences.
2. Like, what does it have over Oculus? Like, why?
price tag.
Like, well, obviously, duh.
Higher
But
resolution.
like,
I
there's
believe
a-
it's higher resolution.
So like, but I mean, so like, you get the Oculus, which is completely wireless. You don't have to worry about it. It's a standalone thing. Everything is within that system. You do not
That's
need
the
some
idea.
other stuff.
Yes.
So like, what does PlayStation VR do better that it requires the tethering and a higher price tag plus a PS5, which is now you're talking in over $1,000 for
Yeah.
this. It's like, well,
But it's not.
I need
it's
to
not
know.
550. It's 1,500. Well, not 1,500. It's like what is it? It's $1,100 roughly in total.
It's over $1,000 for this stuff.
So yeah, I don't know.
Just to
Does
play
it even come with
mediocre-
controllers?
mediocre
Does it come with
experiences.
controllers,
Mediocre
too?
experiences. I think so.
I mean, for some people might be like
And they're not
mind
games; they are
blowing, but like
experiences.
I just don't
So
know
that's it.
how like it can be mainstream. If you want VR to be mainstream, how can you
It's-
price this at 550?
You can't.
I don't know.
You
It's
can't.
a novelty. Again, it's experiences that are really cool, and then that wears off.
At some
So-
point in the future, it will be a thing, but it's not now. It's not the near future.
Well, not that price tag for sure.
Try in 10 years. We'll see.
I don't even know if the average person has enough room in their spaces for
Most
VR
people
to
can't.
work
Yeah,
well.
I mean, most people can't play a VR stuff like that unless you have like No, you can't. You can't really experience it the same way without having to worry if you're going to bump into
Yeah.
something.
Like if you
without
don't live in
doubt.
a house, I don't. Yeah, like if you're in like a 1 or 2 bedroom, like how you fit
You
in
need
that?
a dedicated
Even-
room to
even
just
like,
do it.
but even like my house, my house. My house has a coffee table in the middle of the thing where I got to move that out of the way every time I want
Yeah.
to play a game.
No,
I mean, come on.
Unless you want to trip over it, you know.
I would. Yeah, there's no question. I'll be smashing my coffee
You
table.
trip
Like,
in
okay,
real life, you trip
and
in
then
the game.
and then the PSVR cost me more money.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't you see that other thing? The guy made a real like Sword Art Online headset where it
Yes,
will
I did see
kill
that.
you.
The creator of what did he created the Oculus, the original creator of Oculus, right? Created the headset that can actually kill you. I saw that today.
Right.
I thought it was fake,
Who
and I'm
had-
reading the thing
yeah.
like, no, it's real.
Nope, that's ridiculous.
So who's going for that with Elden Ring?
Yeah, right.
That is a Sword Art, as Corey said, Sword Art Online without a doubt.
I'm never finishing that game. I forgot I stalled on that. I'm never going back to that.
That sucks, man. You're missing out. Missing out on the
Yeah.
great,
He's not missing
great
out.
one of the
He's-
great games.
I played it for over 100 hours. I got the gist of it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you did, but you're not an Elden Lord.
I don't give a shit.
I very rarely do I get the trash
I love the
talk when I
callback.
get like
Thank you, Chip. That was amazing. Yeah, but you're not the Elden Lord.
that. So, all right. What else we have? Anything else? I don't think there's much else.
Sonic
more,
Frontiers.
Sonic
Reviews.
Frontiers
Yeah.
reviews are slightly better than expected, I would say.
I mean, did they come down at all yet? I mean, I don't know.
I think they went up a little.
Is it?
I saw that like 74 Metascore last I checked.
That's exactly what we expected. I'm like almost
I mean,
positive that's what we all said.
Again, it goes back to my point of like, it's not. There's nothing wrong with the game, I'm sure, and fans are going to really enjoy it. But is it going to bring in new audiences at that range?
I don't know about new audience. Some people really. It's interesting. Some people really seem to like it. Obviously, Pop-In looks terrible.
Yeah.
Everyone says that about They said actually it's held back because there's a Switch version as well, and it's like everything is the Switch version, which is unfortunate. But
That's just bad programming. That's bad programming. That's not. Optimize the game for the system you're on. That's it. Just optimize it.
we'll see. Maybe they will eventually, but I might get it for the holidays. I'm not going to get it right away. We'll
I'm
see.
not. I'm not a big Sonic game fan, but if the game was getting like an 80, 85, if it's in the 80, 85 areas, I would probably look at this game to get because I was like interested kind of in it, but I'm like it's not
I
really
just
good enough.
don't know
for me
what
to play this game.
what it does that is interesting right now. I don't.
It's funny. I've watched a couple of reviews of that, and people had different opinions. The completionist really likes it, and Skill Up hates it. So, and they like opposite things. The guy who hated it liked the cyber worlds, which are the little more linear levels, and did not particularly like the open world. Meanwhile, the guy who liked the game in general, the completionist, he liked the open world a lot and thought the linear levels were just okay. I look at it as if you liked Sonic Adventure back in the day, you might like this, and that's kind of when the last time I really liked a 3D Sonic game was Sonic Adventure in 1999. So I'm looking forward to it, and cautiously I'll
give it credit for coming out. So
I was shocked it's actually out. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
I mean, was coming out.
both those both this and Gotham Knights we didn't think would happen maybe, and maybe they shouldn't have, but they did come out this year, so here they are.
Still stand with Gotham Knights or Justice League would be canceled, and we'll see.
None of them are worth their price tag. So
the Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. We'll see if that even happens.
I mean,
still think that's going to
I even saw Gotham Knights already on sale at Target. They're having that.
Yeah,
they're having buy two
I
get
assume,
one free sale this week. It's already on there.
I assume Black Friday we'll get like $25. So the game becomes enticing for me at 15. I think I might look at it. $15, I think.
What?
I'd give it a try. Play Red Hood. It'd be fun to kind of go
lethal
around.
armor piercing rounds. Yeah.
I still think I'd like to try it out and play that combat. I was listening to people talk about it. They're actually trying to. They're trying to embrace the one person through the playthrough. Mike,
we have talked about this game longer than
that's
it actually
stupid.
Is.
I'm sorry. Yes, I didn't mean to bring it back up, but I'm like, I know that I'm just talking like Black Friday sales. It's like one of the only things I'm thinking about, like game wise. I'm sure there might be something to surprise me. But
Jim, you already have games you need to play.
Yeah, I know. I have it already.
I told you though. I played the game for less than 2 weeks, and I was max level and over level at the end, switching between each character. You don't need. There's no reason. There's no logical reason to play as one character throughout the whole thing, other than you hate yourself and want to limit the variation even more than's already built into the game.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you would do that.
All right. Anyways, I don't think there's anything else to talk about tonight. That's going to wrap up this episode. So thanks for tuning in. Write us allyoucangeek@gmail.com. We're on Twitch, streaming live Tuesday night starting at 8 o'clock. Join us then. Ask us questions on the air. We will stop. We will answer them. We appreciate your viewership. We're going to be on YouTube the following day if you missed the live broadcast. So always tune into those because Twitch deletes our streams after a week. So you won't see them if you miss them the first week. But we appreciate it, guys. We will see you soon. We are out for the night. Thanks.